Token economies for schizophrenia. Token economies are reward systems used to manage the behavior of people with schizophrenia, in particular those who have developed patterns of maladaptive behavior through spending long periods in psychiatric hospitals. Developing token economies with schizophrenia. The classic demonstration of a token economy was carried out by Teodoro Alin and Nathan Azrin in 1968. They trialed a token economy system in a ward of women with a diagnosis of schizophrenia. Every time the participants carried out a task such as making their bed or cleaning up, they were given a plastic token embossed with the words "one gift." These tokens could then be swapped for ward privileges, for example, being able to watch a film. The number of tasks carried out increased significantly. Token economies were extensively used in the 1960s and 70s when the norm for treating schizophrenia was long-term hospitalization. Their use has now declined in the UK, partly because of the growth of community-based care and the closure of many psychiatric hospitals, but also because of the complex ethical issues raised by restricting rewards to people with mental disorders. However, token economies still remain a standard approach to managing schizophrenia in many parts of the world. Rationale for token economies institutionalization develops under circumstances of prolonged hospitalization. One outcome is that people often develop bad habits. For example, they might cease to maintain good hygiene, or perhaps stop socializing with others. This is an understandable response to living without the kind of routine and small pleasures we experience in everyday life. Johnny Matson et al. 2016 identify three categories of institutional behavior commonly tackled by means of token economies: personal care, condition-related behaviors, e.g. apathy, and social behavior. Modifying these behaviors does not cure schizophrenia, but it has two major benefits. 1. Improves the person's quality of life within the hospital setting. For example, makeup for someone who usually takes a lot of pride in their appearance or social interaction for a usually sociable person. 2. Normalizes behavior, and this makes it easier for people who have spent a time in hospital to adapt back into life in the community. For example, getting dressed in the morning or making their bed. What is involved in a token economy? The idea is that tokens, for example, in the form of colored discs, are given immediately to individuals when they have carried out a desirable behavior. Target behaviors are decided on an individual basis, and it is important to know the person I order to identify the most appropriate target behaviors for them. Cooper et al. 2007. Although the tokens have no value in themselves, they are swapped later for more tangible reward. Form of immediate reward for target behavior is important because delayed rewards are less effective. Tokens are therefore administered as soon as possible after a target behavior. Rewards in a hospital setting might include objects like sweets or magazines, or access to activities like a film or a walk outside, or perhaps an appointment with a social worker to plan for life after hospitalization. Theoretical understanding of token economies. Token economies are an example of behavior modification, a behavioral therapy based on operant conditioning. Tokens are secondary reinforcers because they only have value once the person receiving them has learned that they can be used to obtain meaningful rewards, such as sweets or a walk outside. These meaningful rewards are primary reinforcers. Those tokens that can be exchanged for a range of different primary reinforcers are particularly powerful secondary reinforcers. Such secondary reinforcers are called generalized reinforcers. In order for the tokens to become secondary reinforcers, they are paired with primary reinforcers. So at the start of a token economy, program tokens and primary reinforcers are administered together.